Hey there, my name's Drew Brashler, and in this video, I'm going to be teaching you about channel presets on the Behringer WING, how to save them, and how to load them. If you're brand new to my channel, I'm all about helping you feel more confident with your production gear no matter where we're starting from. So let's go ahead and dive in. Now, on the Behringer WING, with Firmware 2.0, the Behringer just released, and if you haven't installed it, go over to behringer.com/downloads, type in Wing, and you can download the most recent firmware. But with Firmware 2.0, it gives us the ability of saving, recalling channel presets, effects presets. It gives us show control and the ability of saving and recalling snapshots as well as snippets. But in this video, I'm going to be talking all about the channel presets on the Behringer WING. Now, to navigate over to this, we can press Library, and then it has our library window here. The left-hand side is our file browser, and so we have the ability of creating folders, renaming things, and we have our internal, and then we also have our USB. So if you have a USB drive plugged into the upper left-hand corner of the board, you can save and recall things from your USB drive. So for instance, if I was wanting to create a folder on my USB drive, I'd stick my USB drive in there and create a folder, and I'm going to call this Band 1. Create. And so we can now see Band 1, and I can double click into this. And now what I could do is once I get my X32 set, I could go and save a snapshot into this. But this video is all about channel presets. So I'm going to make a couple choices as far as my channels go, and then I can save individual things for Band 1 into this folder here. So I can go and select my electric guitar 1, and maybe he has a bit brighter of a tone and I'm wanting to get something a little bit darker. I could go and add in some low end here. There we go. So we just added in a little bit of low end into this electric guitar, and we have our compressor settings. Now, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and name this the guitar player's name. So let's go to home and update our name here to be guitar, and this is Bob. So there we go. So we have electric guitar Bob. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this preset of this channel to my USB drive. Now, the other thing we could do is we could save it internally on your board, but in this case, we've already made a folder, and I'm just going to save it here. So we can select our electric guitar Bob channel, and we can go over to our channel preset tab. And right here, I have the ability of going and selecting any channel on the board, but we already had channel 1 selected in this case. So right now, I can just go ahead and press save, and I'm going to call this electric guitar Bob. And we can save. So now I'm going to go ahead and load this preset down into my channel 25. So for instance, I have now selected my channel 25, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select electric guitar Bob. Now at this point, I can change what I'm wanting to recall from this channel preset to my channel 25. So I can go and change anything that I want to. So if I was not wanting to recall my sends, the bus sends for my monitors, I could click into send, and then I could select individual ones that I don't want to recall, or I can press none. And at this point, we would recall electric guitar Bob into this channel, and everything is going to load except the bus sends. And now we can go ahead and press load and confirm, and we now have copied all of our settings except the mix buses to my channel 25. Now, if I had some other guitar players that were wanting to also take up some of these other inputs, I could go load any presets that I have already saved. So for instance, I'm going to select my channel 26, and I'm going to go to my library, but in this case, I'm actually going to open up my channel presets that I have for sale on my site. And so if you want to see these, it is at drewbrashler.com, and there you will find a whole library presets already saved for the Behringer WING for some of my favorite microphones on a bunch of different sources. It has acoustic guitar, it has saxophones, choir, drums, it has my electric guitar, percussion, podium, speech, some brass, and then vocals with a lot of different vocal microphones that you could select from. And so we can go ahead and select my channel 26 here, and I'm going to load my acoustic guitar, and I'm going to press load. So now we can see that I have my electric guitar Bob, and then I have an acoustic loaded here, and maybe the next one is going to be an electric guitar, and he has the Audix i5 on his amp. So I'm going to go ahead and load this, and we can now see that I have my Audix right here on channel 27. So we have these 3 electric guitars. Now, it doesn't have to just be these. I could go load any things that I want to. And then the ability to be able to go and separate what we want to load from these presets is a very key thing for being able to build your mix really quickly. Now, when we're saving a preset, and I'm going to pull up my electric guitar Bob here, it is taking a picture of everything on this particular channel. So we can see that we have our connection that we can recall. So if we were wanting to recall a specific input connection, so say we had this guitar on AES50C channel 1, we can go ahead and set that, save a new preset, and then every time we load that, if we click the connection, it will load that specific input onto this channel. So for instance, let's go ahead and try that. So I'm going to go back over to my channel here, the original, and I'm going to go pull up from my AES50C, and I'm going to select channel 1. And I'm going to go ahead and press close, and we can go back, and I'm going to save this here again. But I'm going to say AES50 channel 1. So we can see that I have my channel 1 here. So let's go back over to my channel 29, and I'm going to load this here on this channel. So I'm going to go ahead and press load and confirm. And we can see that my channel is still on AES50A5, which was the original channel that I wanted this input to be. But we wanted to load up AES50C channel 1. And so to do that, we will have to press my connection. So I'm going to go ahead and select channel 30, and I'm going to press that connection. And at this point, when I press load, it's going to change my input to be from AES50C1. And so we can see that when I loaded my channel here on channel 29, I didn't have connection clicked. And then when I loaded it on 30, I did have it clicked. So this is one key way that maybe you have a couple channels that are up on the stage that you only use a couple times a year. For instance, choir microphones. You only bust out the choir at Christmas and Easter. And then the rest of the time, you're not using the choir. So one option for you is you could go and save your choir microphones on your Behringer Wing. And then when it comes time for setting up for your Christmas or Easter, all you have to do is go select one of your channels and load with the connection button on, and it will load all of your settings from when you had it plugged in to those inputs up on stage. Now, a couple other things that we have here is our configuration. We have our custom control of being able to save what this channel is as far as our scribble strip goes. We have tags. We have our input settings, filter, delay, gate, dynamics, EQ. We have all of our mix buses. So all 16, we can go to main, and we have our 4 main buses. We have pan, fader, mute, and then we have our insert positions and inserts. So this can really save a picture of everything that's on this channel, and you can define what you want to recall at a later time. Now, I hope this video was helpful for you today. If you do happen to have any questions, or if there's a video that you're hoping that I would make on the Behringer Wing or any of the other products that are out there, make sure to post that in the comment section down below. I'm always reading through those comments to find videos that are going to be helpful for you. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my website at drewbrashler.com, where again, I have my library for my channel presets up there for your purchase if you want to support me in that way. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day.